I am not taking personal readings at this time. Please do not get scammed by people posing as me in the comments section. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to my channel, Roseology. So today's pick a card is all about your spiritual mother, what she wants to say to you, what strict advice she has for you, some personal messages, and how she is currently nourishing you with more life, because divine feminine energy represents eternity, creation, sustainability, life, and even death. And she represents the resurrection or the continuation of that energy even after it has changed forms. So the Divine Mother is a very interesting energy. There's no way that you can define her. There's no way that you can say that she's either this or either that. It's literally like trying to define God. It's pretty much impossible. But anyways, we're going to try today to narrow down some messages from her to see which energy she could be coming through to you as in your own life on the spiritual side. So this maybe loved ones on the other side, or ascended masters. This could come through as feminine deities or energies, things like that. Seeing what comes out and then allowing her to relay a message to you, an empowering message to you to help you through whatever you may be dealing with or going through or transitioning through right now. So spiritual mother, what is a spiritual mother? So this is a spiritual energy or entity or a deity or an ascended master, or however you want to look at it, maybe even an ancestor that is very, very drawn to you, very attached to you, very committed to you. And it goes deeper than just them picking you because they like you. You know, it's like, it's the same exact way that the mother archetype is here when it comes to the human mundane realm. Mothers are fiercely protective over their children. They are loyal and they love their child no matter who or what that child is or turns out to be. Their love is literally as unconditional as their feminine energy. And so that is what the spiritual mother is that I'm referring to today. This is a spiritual entity that is just with you through everything. They're with you for life since the very beginning when you were first conceived, and they're going to be here when you take your final breath. They've walked through this life with you. They feel everything that you feel, maybe even more intensely than you feel. So they are just as motivated as you are to create something beautiful out of this life and to create harmony and happiness and balance and, above all, health and peace. You know, because that's all a mother ultimately wants for her child, is just for them to be healthy, happy, and at peace and taken care of. So that is what we're looking into today in terms of your spiritual mother. But let me also say happy Mother's Day to all of the moms out there. I pray you guys are having a beautiful day, being celebrated, celebrating yourself. And I pray that these messages bring you some encouragement, empowerment, and love and healing. Okay, so yeah, let's just get to the disclaimers and the meditation. So obviously this is a general reading, so it will resonate with who it is meant to resonate with. Tarot does not and should not control or dictate your life. If you hear something you don't like and think that you are just doomed to that reality, then you are not using my readings correctly. I conduct these readings for confirmation and not answers. So if you hear something for the first time, do not take that message without receiving confirmation from your higher self and your spiritual team. Realize at the end of the day, your free will, what you choose to do with it, will determine your outcome, and not a pick a card reading on YouTube. Be responsible, be accountable for your own actions, and use this as a guide to help decipher the messages your spiritual team has been trying to send you all along. If you would like to participate in this meditation, again, this is a general reading for the collective, so in order for this reading to resonate with you, you have to be synced into the energy of this reading. To help you do that and to help you select a pile with your third eye, not your physical ones, I'm going to be offering a 60-second meditation. Halfway into that meditation, I'm going to be placing crystals for my clairvoyants that like to pick piles with objects on them. After the clairvoyant pile selection, there will be a clairaudient selection where I play a different tone for each pile, and you can select a pile based off of which tone resonates with you the most. If you are drawn to another pile, it's because there is another message for you in that pile. So if you're ready, get into a relaxed position, become aware of your entire body, starting with your feet. Work that awareness up in sections from the feet to the head. Then take a deep breath in through your nose for around 5 seconds. Hold it for 3, and then exhale for 6 to 7 seconds. Then ask your guides, spirit, ancestors, universe, or all of them to help connect you to your higher self so you can receive confirming messages from your spiritual mother. So this is pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. On pile 1, we have this. I believe it might be some form of quartz, but I'm not entirely sure. But this is what we have on pile 1. On pile 2 is grape agate. And on pile 3, we have apophyllite. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. So we are going to just get started with your tarot cards for some brief encouraging messages from your spiritual mother, what it is that she is trying to nourish in your life right now. So yeah, let's just get started. Actually, you know what? I'm going to start with one oracle card. So let's just see. Let's just get a good idea. Let's get a little idea of the energy. Okay, so we have here Ishtar boundaries. Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. Okay, underneath the deck we have Isolde, undying love. The love you have shared is eternal regardless of the situation. So be careful of the people that love you but aren't good for you, and they know that you love them because they in some way they may be like kind of unconsciously using that to their advantage, or like unconsciously exploiting that almost because they know you love them so much. So off of these 2 oracle cards right here, be careful of that, as well as 2 Ishtar and Isolde could be divine feminine energies in your life right now. So let's get to your tarot cards. Very first one, yeah, we got the 8 of Cups. Okay, literally boundaries. Okay, then we have here Moon in reverse. Yeah. Okay. Star card in reverse. Six of Cups in reverse. Yeah. Wow. Okay. I'm going to have to leave this one out too. Because this talks about undying love. 6 of Cups is literally the card that represents our emotional history, emotional past, how we are emotionally kind of bonded to something because of the history and time that we spent there. So you have here the 8 of Cups, Moon in reverse, Star in reverse, 6 of Cups in reverse. So pile 1, not everything needs to be rescued. Not everything needs to be saved or even salvaged. That is a message coming through. All of these cards, as you can see with your tarot cards, are in reverse except for the 8 of Cups, which is standing upright. The areas in your life that your spiritual mother is nurturing for you is where you are being emotionally pushed to abandon or walk away. So there's also the idea with this Eight of Cups where she wants you to walk away for your dignity, for your self-esteem, for your pride, and whatever this is that you may be struggling to emotionally separate from. You may be thinking like your dignity, your self-worth will take a hit if you walk away because they're in some way, shape, or form kind of wrapped into the situation. You may deal with feelings of, it's kind of like too, like where people think like, oh, if I'm not in a relationship, like, then that means like I'm unworthy or that I'm like unlovable or that I'm not good enough to have a partner or to be loved by someone or to be in love. And it's like, somehow for some people, their relationship status gets tied into their self-worth and self-esteem. And a lot of it's probably just societal conditioning too, though. Different topic for a different day. But anyways, it could be something like that. I'm not picking that up, but whatever the situation is that maybe you're a little reluctant to completely separate from or to create some really strong boundaries with, I am picking up that somehow it's like your self-esteem is attached to this too. So it's like the thought of letting this go, it also feels like you're letting yourself go in some way. I don't know. You may also deal with feelings of guilt here with the Six of Cups, fear of the unknown with the moon in reverse right here, or anxiety of if I do this, like if I leave, then I can never go back to this one option with the star in reverse right here. I can never repair this. Things will never be the same. So, but these three cards are also saying that something is well beyond repair. That option is already gone. Trying to fix something, bring it back to its original state is just not an option anymore. That's already been wiped. And we also have the moon and the star here, which are two cards of the night. And the Eight of Cups has an evening vibe to it as well a little bit. And the Six of Cups is the card of the past, right? So this tells me that your spiritual mother is very involved in the reshaping of your subconscious, past situations and experiences that have almost like imprinted on you to where you identify very closely with them, or you feel a sense of like your esteem attached to these past experiences. This is her being involved in the reshaping of that subconscious area. And this is telling me that your spiritual mother is trying to nourish your heart where you feel strong enough to walk away from what looks to be a contract that you either made subconsciously or unconsciously. And when I say unconsciously, you may have signed some sort of like a soul contract. I mean from your shadow zone. So many soul contracts get made from our shadow because we make decisions out of fear. You may have bonded with a person, a lifestyle, a coping mechanism, an ideology, a career, or even a material possession out of fear with this moon card right here, or even trauma with star in reverse. It feels like some of you may be involved with someone or something out of guilt and you won't leave because of guilt. And this will be very different for all of you, okay? So just take what resonates because I can only relay this as a feeling. But she's trying to nurture your heart and especially your subconscious because it's those programs running on autopilot in the subconscious background that are keeping you bound or emotionally like restrained in some way. Because again, it's like there's a part of you that's like really, really, really bonded to this situation. And like I said, it's almost as though these past experiences have imprinted on you. So it may be like a little bit of like, what's that called? Where like your soul gets stuck in a certain experience, or like a fraction of your soul gets stuck in a particular experience from the past. And then having to kind of go and like retrieve that, reclaim that in a way. So she's also helping you reclaim emotional authority in a sense, where if you are dealing with guilt of any kind, she is starving the guilt, fear, and suppression in your life so you can move forward fully without leaving even a little of yourself behind. And that's why this Eight of Cups is the only one upright right here. She wants you to take all of you when you walk away because guilt has a part of you trapped somewhere. It could be guilt or some other heavier emotion. It has a part of you trapped somewhere, and the guilt only applies to some of you, okay? is what it feels like for me. But there's this feeling of like, I feel bad for leaving or walking away or taking care of me or prioritizing myself or breaking this commitment, even though holding on to this commitment is damaging for me. So this could be, again, a soul contract that you guys made in this life for the first time, because it's not difficult to sever physically and get your physical distance. Emotionally is what's conflicting here. This could even be tied into like your childhood, like your past. 6 of Cups right here. Let's just say, for example, just an example, let's say you got married in this life, right? And for you really had aspirations for this marriage because maybe everybody in your family got divorced or was married several times, and for you it's always been a priority to only marry one person and to make that marriage work. And so let's say, like, just an example, that this person gets married, you know, at a young age, and they're realizing like, okay, it's not just about making a marriage work. It's I shouldn't have to force myself to make this marriage work, or I shouldn't have to compromise myself to make this marriage work. And I shouldn't have to sacrifice bits of myself to make this marriage work. Sometimes the price is too high. And it will end up overshadowing the original aspiration or the original goal, you know? And so it's like, just going back to that example, it's not difficult to walk away from that marriage because it's not healthy anymore, but it may be difficult to accept the fact that it's like, wow, that marriage didn't work like the rest of the marriages that I grew up watching fail, you know? So it's like there's this emotional attachment there. It's not physically, it's just emotional. So some of you don't want to feel like a hypocrite either for not keeping your word is coming up. And this is what your spiritual mother is nourishing. The part of you that is so committed to you that it could care less about the fallout of what is left behind, because there is a real serious critical need here to prioritize your own emotional health right now, with this 8 of Cups here being the only card upright. Let's see, let's get some additional messages. I'm gonna be pulling from a few different goddess oracle decks just to see if there's any particular goddess energy in that specifically speaks to you. So let's see, pile 1. This is 2 cards. This is 2 cards. So we have here Elios, generosity, given you shall receive. Sekhmet, forgiveness, acknowledge the hurt, and allow yourself to ascend. Keep shuffling because 2 of these fell out, or those 2 cards fell out face down. And now I only go 1 card at a time. That's my thing. It's how I read. So just gonna do 1. So we have here Meve power. Be in awe of yourself and the strength that has taken you to get to here and now. Yeah. Really take some time to look back at what you have accomplished. Don't just look at what you have to walk away from, but also kind of try to look at what you have accomplished in all of this as well. Underneath the deck here we have Hecate, solitude. Simplify your thoughts, give yourself space. Not everything needs to be done right now. Yeah, like I was saying, not everything needs to be saved or fixed. Give yourself some solitude, some space, and the allowance and the grace to just kind of like, there's a reason that the Tower card exists in tarot, you know? There's a reason that we are literally supposed to step back sometimes and allow tragedy to happen, or just like allow certain things to happen that we don't necessarily want to happen. There's a reason that we step back and allow destruction to take the wheel for a little bit, because sometimes it's necessary. Okay, let's hear from some abundance angels, because to me feminine energy is very, very abundant. It's infinite energy and we're dealing with feminine energy. So I just wanted to, okay, so it says here cooperation instead of competition. What's yours is yours and no one can take it from you. Yeah, exactly. There's no need to compete, as there's an abundance for all. You have complete access to unlimited abundance for yourself and to share with others. With cooperative partnerships, you can accomplish anything. Okay, let's get one more. Okay, so we have dreams of abundance and do the work. And so what it says here in dreams of abundance, as you sleep, God, your angels, and your higher self are giving you divinely guided ideas, answers, and solutions. Be sure to record your dreams in a journal because they contain valuable insights that will help you manifest your desires into reality. And then we have do the work. It's not enough to dream or pray. You've got to take the positive action steps that you are being divinely guided to take. Consistently working on your priorities will make them flourish like a lush flower garden. All right. And then underneath the deck, we have, it is safe for you to receive. So yeah, right now it's just a time for you to receive, you guys, and not necessarily trying to repair or salvage. I just don't feel like that's the focus, not of your spiritual mother anyways. And it says here, it is safe for you to receive. The more you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you have available to share with others. Open your arms to receive and be a conduit for good coming to you and through you as it blesses the world. Now let's get some strict advice from your spiritual mother. Let's see what she has to say. So it says here, thought stoppage. It says, are you running negative tapes in your head? You are the one in control of your thoughts. Just tell yourself, stop, negative thought, get out of here. You're the one driving your bus. Stop being a passenger. Start taking control. That's interesting. Because like I was saying, I'm picking up a little bit of either anxiety or fear, maybe even a little bit of guilt. And so these are the thoughts that she's trying to, well, this is the strict advice she has for you, is just to stop replaying that. Oh yeah, I said subconscious programming. Yeah, there's a subconscious programming here. And like it says, are you running negative tapes in your head? That's basically what a subconscious program is. It kind of just runs on autopilot in our subconscious psyche. And then we have underneath the deck for you, worry in a box. And it says, are thoughts of worry plaguing your mind? Exactly. Slowing you down and consuming your ability to focus and organize thoughts. Rest easy. There's a way to break free from this cyclical game of worry and doubt. Imagine any thought or distracting bodily sensation as an object. Turning those thoughts into objects creates separation from what is real and what is merely a figment of your imagination, a result of past conditioning. I did mention that your past may have conditioned you guys with the Six of Cups in reverse right here. Yeah, this is all subconscious programming she's helping with. It says, now with those thoughts in hand, put them in an imaginary shoebox, close the lid and place it on a shelf in your mind, and tell yourself that you can go back to that box at any time, but for now it will stay on the shelf until you need it. Let's get one final card or message from your spiritual mother here. I'll be reading just an empowering message from her to you. And we have here, I believe, the sun. Okay, so I'm going to read her empowering message for you out of the book. Give me a second. Underneath the deck, though, we have Lakshmi, fortune. All right, the empowering message of I believe. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but it says, when you shine your light into the world, you will attract various people and experiences that match or challenge your commitment to being empowered. Right now, you are receiving information to know which choice to make, which opportunity to take, and which person to trust. The Aboriginal Australian sun goddess Yi illuminates your path with her rays and brings clarity as she shows you what you need to know. A bright light also attracts a lot of bugs, so know that you may also attract those who see themselves smaller as a result of your empowerment. Damn, that's deep. It says this is conditioning that needs, again, this damn word. Okay, it says this is conditioning that needs to be healed in many people in the world. All you can do is be incandescent and joyful, kind and truthful, and the world will begin to reflect that goodness back to you. The goddess Yi is happy to help you shine. And pile one, this is all that I'm seeing for you guys. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, amazing spirit for these messages. Hopefully you all come back to visit sometime soon. And until next time, stay safe, healthy, blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye, guys. All right, pile number 2, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off with a oracle card right here, just to get the energy of the message that your spiritual mother wants to convey to you. Then we're going to get to your tarot cards, then pull some additional oracle cards on camera to see which spiritual mother could be in contact with you, what she wants to say to you, some strict advice and messages she wants to give, because as nurturing and nourishing as these energies are, the Divine Mother can also be a very brutal protector or a very merciless sort of energy, especially when it comes to the things that are like harming us or wounding us, because mothers are extremely protective, right? So yeah, let's just get started, see what your spiritual mother wants to say to you. Okay, so first card that we have is Bridget, don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. This is, I feel like the moment I turned this over, it was just like, came with a power punch. And then underneath the deck here we have Guinevere, true love. The romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. So just with these right here, whatever it is that you truly love, whatever it is that you truly admire, that you truly desire, that you truly want, whatever it is that you feel in your heart, do not back down from your heart's desires. Don't back down from your own dreams. It's crazy how our own dreams can scare the shit out of us and how they can make us feel so small and so incapable. But at the end of the day, these are your dreams, which means you are the one that is in the driver's seat. You are the one that wields these great creatures that, because dreams to me, our dreams and aspirations and goals, they can feel so big. Well, I mean, I'm a Capricorn rising, but got a lot of Capricorn energy. So for me, when it comes to goals, dreams, ambition, it's something that can feel so big and it can make us feel very small as we're trying to chip away at these things. So whatever it is that you want, realize at the end of the day, you want them for a reason, because these things are already owned by you. You already possess these things, whether they're in your physical reality or not. So this is all about you becoming the director and realizing that this isn't happening to you, but you're actually making things happen. And that's just something that's very important for pile 2, to shift your thinking in that way. So yeah, let's just get started with your tarot cards then, because that's the first message that came through, is just realize how much your dreams already bend to you. They're already owned by you. You already own them. You already have claimed them. Your soul claimed them before you even came here. There's a reason why we have certain dreams and we're drawn to certain things and we resonate with certain things. There's a reason for that. So with you already connecting to that, it means that your soul has already, paperwork's already been signed. And so yeah, we have here Fool in reverse, very first card for you. Interesting, because it says don't back down. Then we have here Temperance, upright. Then we have Justice in reverse. And then we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. Don't doubt yourself at all. Pile 2. Okay, pile 2. So are you drawn to the past or whatever may be behind you because of familiarity with this Fool in reverse? Or is it because you feel like there's unfinished business with Justice in reverse right here? So your Justice in reverse card feels like right before a decision was rendered, right before things got settled, it just fell through and you couldn't get the answers or the clarity that you needed. So something could have been left open-ended or left without closure. This feels like a ghosting situation or a scenario that seemed promising with this Ace of Cups right here, but it prematurely ended with it being in reverse. So Temperance is the only card that's upright for you, and the Fool is the first card of tarot. The Ace of Cups talks about the first card and the Suit of Cups in tarot in the minor arcana. And so these are new beginnings or fresh starts that were not fully realized, it seems, or there was some sort of interference. Justice is the card that marks the halfway point of tarot in the major arcana. Okay, so this card literally indicates to the Fool that, hey, you can keep moving forward. You can keep moving forward or you can fall back to the past or back to your old ways or back to what feels comfortable. Your justice is in reverse, indicating somewhere there's been a step backwards with a new situation. And we also see this with the Fool and the Ace of Cups in reverse here. This seems to be talking about a love or a relationship. We do have the True Love card right here as well. Or it could be a relationship of any kind. It could be friendly, romantic, family, business, but this could be talking about health, career, finances, anything that is near and dear to your heart. It really doesn't matter. We can be emotionally invested in our jobs, for instance, or even in our homes, or like even with things that we love, like our shoe collection. It's like there's these emotional connections that we have to things that don't always make sense, but we feel it, right? We feel it either way. So, wherever you may have attempted or wanted to open up emotionally is what either backfired or prematurely ended. And this is like meeting someone that you get along with and you guys get along great together and it feels promising, like things are really heading somewhere. And then all of a sudden they just disappear. They stop texting back. And you have no clue what happened. It's like, did something happen with them in their life? You may have wondered, was it something to do with me? Or was this just never a good situation? Like maybe I dodged a bullet, but it's hard to determine what happened because you were never able to completely judge it with this Justice card here being in reverse. You were never able to test it and see which side of the scale would tip. So it's hard to know if you got out of the way of a bad thing or if you missed out on a good thing. Now, this Temperance energy is your spiritual mother's energy. Something about her does feel human. So this could be a mother or a grandmother figure, an aunt and a sister, cousin on the other side. It could be an ancestor of yours that definitely ascended, but they feel like a human that passed judgment. They passed their judgment and they ascended. So the message that I'm hearing from your spiritual mother, and it depends on, it's your prerogative if you believe that we're going to be judged after this life or not. That's completely up to you. If this is a loved one that they experience like being a human, they definitely pass whatever we do after we die and ascended. Okay, so the message that I'm hearing from your spiritual mother, this energy that has taken you on as their spiritual child in a way, like they look at you as their child, like something that they just really want to take care of. Like they just feel very connected to you, very attached to you, like they can't let go. And the message that I'm hearing from the spiritual mother of yours is do not blow the situation up too much in your mind. It was never your actual counterpart. Oh shit, and we do have True Love right here. I forgot. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because she's saying something was never your actual counterpart. Like it was never like your actual like twin. It's like the word twin, but it's not a twin. It's like a counterpart, So let's say that this was like a job that you really wanted and everything goes great. You nail the interview, but they still decided to go with someone else. This has really hit you because you're also watching this idea of the life that you thought you would have, should everything work out, not happen now. And it's like maybe you had plans to like, let's say like get a new place or a new car after securing this new job. So when they went with the other candidate, it's like that specific job is gone, plus the plans that you made behind it with this Fool card right here in reverse. And it's like your spiritual mother is saying the same thing. This is a drop of water in the bucket. She keeps saying, I think that's it. Is that the analogy? I think that it's just a drop of water in a bucket, drop of water in a pond, something like that. I don't know. It's that analogy that I keep hearing. So she's saying that it wasn't the real deal. It was a fake counterpart, which is why it never came to full form or to fruition even. This is why it prematurely ended. Whatever you thought you had in your grasp and then it just vanished or disappeared, just crumbled before you could even get going with this Fool in reverse card right here. She's saying that it basically won't matter when your true counterpart comes in. So that's when the Fool, Justice, and Ace of Cups will turn upright for you. With Temperance, she's saying that it was a purposeful cosmic interference. She is saying we didn't want you there. We saved you from that outcome. So there's only one of these. that is your true counterpart. And I don't know what you're looking for, pile 2. I don't know if it's love, relationship, a soulmate, your purpose, your career, whatever this is. That last option that vanished into thin air was a blessing. There is something custom made for you with this Temperance card right here. Just look at this Temperance card. You see what she's doing? How she's mixing these things back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You guys may also see too, numbers in sequence. So you may see, like, instead of seeing like 222, maybe you see 223. Instead of seeing like 111, maybe you see 112. Or instead of 333, maybe you see like 334. Because this is like the second or third time that this has happened in your specific reading. And then I literally just looked at my clock and it was 11:12. So I don't know if you guys see things like that. But yeah, but it also, if you do see numbers like that, it could be a sign as well that things are progressing even when they seem like they're not. Like things are getting somewhere. They're not just like the same. But anyways, as you can see with this Temperance card right here, this angel is performing alchemy, which is a very tedious and even temperamental process. She has to mix these cups just right. Okay, so your counterpart is literally hand designed by the universe. Whatever this is, a lover, a friend, a career, a lifestyle, a specific choice or pathway, whatever this is, it's very temperamental in saying that this can only become available to you, or you can only grow with this Fool card right here in reverse. You can only grow with this thing when you are meant to. There's also divine timing at play, which can be very frustrating. Trust me, I've been there. But every single time that I have waited for the right time, for my time, it's literally as though heaven just opened up, fell out of the sky and directly into the palm of my hands, and it's a perfect fit every single time. And it takes 6 months to make a Rolls Royce pile too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes time for quality. Now, if you just want something that's just going to check off the boxes, go on ahead, go right on ahead. But if you want something that is meant for you, it's going to fit you like a fucking glove, that is something you have to wait for. Quality takes time. So your counterpart is going through a refinement process or its own alchemical process, and you and this other party are being transformed in ways so you both have kind of like made room for each other, so you both fit each other like a puzzle. And this is something that you want to wait for, pile 2. This is something that is definitely worth waiting for. Let's get some other cards here. Let's just get some other goddess cards, see what else comes out. Oh, we've got Green Tar, Green Tar Salvation and Scold the Future. And I'm gonna keep shuffling because because both of them fell out. I'm only looking for one. There we go. Okay, and this card here is Lilith, Independence. Yeah. Yep. This is like a this may even give you a form of independence by you just like refusing to settle, essentially. Underneath the deck here we have Lastra, I believe, New Beginnings. See, there's a new beginning for you guys. There's definitely a new beginning, because this last one was like a fake path or something. Okay, let's get some Angel Abundance cards, because feminine energy, if there's one thing about feminine energy, it's infinite. It is infinitely abundant, because the Divine Mother represents the womb. So she is literally the cavity that contains everything, all things. So the reason that eternity exists is because of a feminine sort of energy, modality. I don't know how you want to look at that. Okay, and so it says here, windfall of abundance. It says an increase in abundance is arriving in many different forms, some of them unexpected. Be open to receiving and know that this abundance comes to you to support your life purpose, health, and charitable work. So there's a door that's opening up for you that's going to be a lot more abundant than the one that you were originally trying to maybe make work, or the path that you originally saw a little bit of potential in. Yeah, that is that for you. This other door that's opening is a lot more abundant. It has a lot more opportunity in it, a lot more like I said, when she said like that last path for you, it wouldn't have been a desirable outcome for you. So this new pathway has a lot more opportunity coming with it. It's not going to be like a dead end. Like that last path would have been a dead end. This card here says, take a divinely guided chance. All positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk. Sounds a lot like the Fool. And it says, and you are ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories. It says, as you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar, but no longer appropriate for you, you make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. Yeah, I think, weren't you the pile where I asked, like, are you still looking behind you because I believe you were the pile where I was like, are you still looking back there because it feels familiar, or just because you feel like it's unfinished business, right, with the Justice card in reverse right here. Yeah, and then it literally says, as you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar, but no longer appropriate for you, you make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. Exactly. And then we have here underneath the deck, detox your friendships. Your abundance flow is being affected by the people with whom you are spending time. So be discerning about your associations and relationships. Choose to be with people who are inspiring, generous, and supportive. I'm also going to keep this out for you as well then. Okay, so let's get some spiritual advice, or some strict advice from your spiritual mother. It's 2 cards. I'm going to keep shuffling because I'm only looking for one. It's just how I read, and when I'm looking for, when you open up these opportunities to read energies, you don't know what the fuck is around you. So I have very strict instructions about how to communicate with me. I don't play them damn games. Let's see. Okay, so it says here, friendly chat. Call a friend for a chat. Schedule a time to have tea or go for a walk. We are social beings, even the most introverted of us. See if you can keep the conversation focused on what's working well in your life. If you need to vent about something, then set a timer for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, move on to another higher vibe topic. Okay, so this is about kind of surrounding yourself too with people that it's like you can vent with them, but also too, they know how to transmute your energy or transmute the conversation, or take your attention and shift it somewhere more positive, somewhere more meaningful, a lot like temperance, like we were talking about with your temperance card right here. So this is someone that's going to really know how to work you and work with you, and vice versa. Okay, because this isn't someone coming into your life just to assist you. You also have to be ready to give to them. And this is what happens when we see temperance. It's like a literal alchemical process, and we kind of see that here. Let's get one more bit of like strict advice from your spiritual mother. But she definitely wants you to be careful about the way that you talk and the way that you conversate, the way that you chat, instead of just calling someone just to complain. And yeah, exactly. Low vibes. Exactly. Instead of calling someone just to complain, or instead of using your friend's time to have a conversation about what you're so miserable and unhappy about, which is fine. You have to vent. You have to find somewhere where you can release this energy. It's always good to release and vent, but make sure too that you're not ignoring the parts of you that seek to feel good. Okay? So after you're done venting, turn it around, because you don't want to sit with these low vibes. But this card here says low vibes. Things that lower your vibration are judgment, criticism, worry, self-judgment, being unkind. Pay attention to what you are saying. Yeah, like this friendly chat here says. It says focus on the good things happening around you. Nobody is perfect. Be gentle with yourself and try saying it in a positive, hopeful way. Underneath the deck, your spiritual mother here says 10 things that bring you joy. To bring more joy into your life, you first need to feel joy by getting into vibrational alignment with the energy that is joy. To get into alignment, physically feel joy no matter your present state or circumstance. To physically feel joy, think about or write a list of 10 things that bring you joy, big or small things. Size is no matter. Perhaps your joy is the pleasure that you feel when smelling flowers or the purring of a cat or going for a walk. As you build your list, really start to feel the sensation of happiness and joy bubble up inside of you. You are now shifting into the vibrational energy of joy. Repeat several times daily and you will be in awe of how quickly joy begins to manifest in your life. Yeah, the right thing is manifesting for you in your life. Okay, let's get one final card here from your spiritual mother. One final message from her. I'm going to read out of the book. Just an empowering message from your spiritual mother to you. Okay, so we have here Kali Liberation. Nick's Secrets was under it, but I believe Kali wanted to be seen. So I'm going to read this out of the book. Empowering message from her. Underneath the deck, we have Parvati Devotion. So Parvati, Kali, or what was it, Nyx? These could be energies in your life as well. Empowerment message from Kali says, you are being invited by the Hindu goddess of liberation and revolution, Kali, to address the aspects in your own shadow nature that have held you hostage to old ideas that no longer serve who you want to become. You can no longer define yourself by your victim story and expect to succeed in your life. Yeah, it's just like switching that conversation over from, woe is me to I'm gonna be okay. Just trying to switch it to a more positive narrative. And we're kind of hearing this message again in Kali's empowering message to you. It says, there is a beauty in liberation that is deep, fierce, and courageous. It rises up from the willingness to break the chains of the past in order to transform into something new. You may be afraid to set boundaries with others, but the goddess Kali has come to lend you her daggers, for you must cut ties with the familiar ideas about life that have determined your place in the world up until now. Okay, yeah, so she's also coming to help you break that familiarity. Whatever it is that kind of made you look back at the past, or it almost makes you like maybe a little addicted to the past, or you're always looking back there, you're always reminiscing, you're always thinking about it, you're always bringing it up. It could be something like that she wants to help you break as well, if that's something that you do. And yeah, it says here... have you been holding back on shining in the world because you are afraid of the reprisal or judgment of others? This helps no one. You must step into life authentic and glowing. Refuse to allow the potential judgment of others to affect you. Every day claim your power to liberate yourself from caring what others think. When you are asking for the wisdom to live and contribute, to do no harm, and to serve for the highest good of all, none of this matters, even if you must tear down what has been built. Kali will help you whenever you need to be. Kali will help you whenever you need to be courageous, even when you are most afraid. Be fierce and be loving and be willing to learn. Life will respond in miraculous ways. Pile 2, I totally actually forgot to shuffle from one of these goddess cards for you. And I want to do that. I feel like that's important. Oh, here we go. And the one that we got for you is Artemis Focus. I am tenacious and unwavering in my intention. And then underneath the deck we have Hebe, I believe, Inner Child. And it says, rediscover the simple pleasures of life. Take the time to reconnect with your youth. And pile 2, this is all that I'm saying for you guys. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, amazing spirit, for these messages, your spiritual mother for coming through. Hopefully you all come back to visit sometime soon. And until next time, please stay safe, healthy, blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye, guys. All right, and pile number 3, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off with some oracle cards right here, just to get the overall kind of idea of the spiritual mother that's going to be present in your reading today. And then we're going to get to your tarot cards, then pull some additional oracle cards on camera to get more messages from her, more ideas of who she could be, some really strict advice from her, personal messages, things like that. So yeah, let's just get started. Okay, so we have here Artemis Guardian, and it says you and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. And underneath the deck here we have Green Tara, start delegating. Ask others, including me, to help you instead of trying to do everything by yourself. So first of all, there is definitely an energy here, a feminine energy that wants to come through and say, I'm on the other side. This is probably an ancestor, or it could be a loved one of yours that you knew personally in your own life. Whether you were very close to them or not, there's definitely a feminine energy on the other side. For this card here to say you and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected, there's an energy on the other side that is feminine energy that's very connected to you, as well as too, this is also letting me know that your feminine energy, your spiritual mother in your life, has a warrior sort of vibe to her with this guardian card here. And as you can see, Artemis holding the bow here. So this is also an energy that will like fight for you. This could be like Sekhmet. This could be like Oya. This could be like Bast or Freya, Athena. So yeah, any sort of energies like that kind of maybe even more, again, just any sort of energies that have, it's a feminine energy, and while she's very comforting and nourishing, she has a maybe colder sort of vibe to her too, because she is very exacting and she's very blunt, straight to the point. So if your inner if there's like a voice that you ever hear, like an inner voice that you ever hear, or one of the members on your spiritual team ever comes through and you can intuitively hear them and they sound very strict, they don't sound very like warm, fuzzy, and cuddly, it's more than likely this spiritual mothering energy that you have. So let's get to your tarot cards. The very first one that we have is the Six of Swords. Then we have the Chariot. Oh yeah, she's like a warrior. Then we have the Three of Cups. She's giving me like Hatshepsut vibes. Like, it's like, yeah, I'm a woman, but I'm a fucking pharaoh. You know, like, it's, I don't know, it's like she's got this feminine energy, but she's very like boss-like too. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. You may even be able to relate to certain traits like that. Start delegating. Yeah, maybe that's why I'm thinking of like Hatshepsut and Nefertiti, Nefertari, Cleopatra, kind of thinking of like these female women leaders. So that may be something that you pull a lot of inspiration from as well. Not even like ancient female leaders, but like even like modern day female leaders that inspire you. You may like read their books or listen to them speak or just be really inspired by them. It has a lot to do with this spiritual mother that guards you as well. Yeah, she's a guardian for you. Okay, so you've got the Six of Swords here, Chariot, Three of Cups, Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So it seems like you are in the middle of a transition or a move, or you will be entering into some sort of transition or making some sort of move soon with the Six of Swords right here. Wherever you make this mental leap, though, will be what transforms you into the Chariot, as you can see right here, which is basically the Six of Wands, but on steroids. So the Chariot is the card of success, and it reminds me of a lot, honestly, yeah, it reminds me a lot of Sekhmet energy, Sekhmet type energy, because the Chariot gets drunk off of its own merits and victories to the point that like he becomes insatiable. Like there's not enough for him to conquer at one point, even with the two Sphinxes sitting here, reminding him to balance, but it's not something that he fully understands or sees the significance of until he runs into the Strength card, the next card. So your spiritual mother seems to be assisting you in areas where you feel like you have outgrown them almost, or she's trying to assist you in areas when it comes to you maybe even going after certain things that you want and understanding why you want them, or even just navigating the things that you consider a goal or an aspiration. Why are you going after these things? She may even be helping to bring purpose to your goals, purpose to your ambitious energy. I feel like she's also establishing a new circle around you as well with the Three of Cups here, because when it comes to the Chariot, as I said, without this skill of perfect balance, he can easily lose himself and just kind of go off on like the all the way to the right, like this just sort of like tyrannical sort of vibe to him. So if he is not careful, as you guys can see, there's like this little spin top in the center of these Sphinxes. It's like it needs perfect balance to stay in an upright position. I see your spiritual mother tending to your surroundings, even with the Six of Swords, the Three of Cups, and even the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. She's moving you someplace where you feel more challenged even, and like you're actually learning something, because you may have just full on like conquered wherever you were before or wherever you are currently at. And that's what is sort of initiating this move in a sense. Your mind is like a flower pile 3, like it seeks the light because it wants to be nourished, it wants to grow, it wants to be challenged, it wants to learn. You are not not afraid of pushing yourself. You are not afraid of challenges, but what you may fear is stagnancy with this Knight of Pentacles in reverse. You would rather apply yourself. You'd rather be challenged than sitting down feeling like you're doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. So it's like your spiritual mother is helping you reach a place that will feel much busier. It'll be a bit louder or livelier. And also too, if you're moving to like a new city, I'm just feeling like you're going to be living somewhere that's like always maybe partying or celebrating, very like Three of Cups vibes right here, or they're always celebrating, or they just stay open very late at night. There's a lot going on, and it's like maybe there's some really popular restaurants or nightclubs or just a really like poppin' scene that you're going to be living very close to or on the actual street of. So if you've said that this is something that you want, you're definitely getting that for sure. And if you are open to living in a new place and it looks like you are living in a place that's always busy or people always flock there because it's so much going on. So you'll be able to meet these really random characters and people that are exciting with this Three of Cups. And this will not be dull or slow paced at all with this Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So if you like slow paced or if you really enjoy the quiet, I'm sorry you guys, hold on. That was like this is a weird ringing. I've never experienced this during a reading. Okay, that was a very odd ringing. It's like my right ear literally went, like I couldn't hear anything for a second, and then just this incredible ringing, and it's still going on. That was powerful. Yeah. I'm not entirely sure what that means just yet. Maybe it'll come to me by the time we're done with your reading. But that was just a very, like, that got my attention. I don't even know what I was saying before that happened. What was I talking about? Your Knight of Pentacles in reverse? If you enjoy the quiet, this is something that you're going to have to mentally prepare yourself for with the Six of Swords here. Because it's like you're thrown into this very different environment. No matter what. Oh, maybe it's because like it's so loud that like you won't be able to hear it. Because I'm like, what the fuck was that? My ear was like, I've never experienced a ringing like that in a reading. If you do move somewhere, if you wanted to move somewhere that was a bit busier, it could be like just a very loud place. You guys may be going to a concert soon where you can't hear. If that was like the weirdest ringing. Anyways, yeah, you guys may be doing something where your hearing is like off, your equilibrium or something like that, because it's like really loud music or just a really loud place, or I don't know. But yeah, so if you really do like the quiet though, this is definitely something you're going to have to like mentally get ready for with the Six of Swords here. Because you're going to be in a very different environment. No matter what you are into or resonate with, you'll be able to connect with like-spirited individuals, not even necessarily like-minded, but just like-spirited individuals. So your spiritual mother is nourishing you by engaging you mentally and emotionally with new connections, new stimuli, new conversations, and things to think about or process. And for those of you that don't like change, you'll adapt so much quicker than you think because of how enticing or fun that this new environment will be. And this feels like a move, but it could be like a new job at like a new office with new coworkers, for instance. Like it doesn't necessarily like have to be what's it called? It doesn't necessarily have to be like a new home or a new city. I'm still trying to figure out what that ringing was. That threw me off. Okay, let's get a couple of other cards here. So we have Lilith Independence, and it says recognize your own potential. And also make sure that you're recognizing the potential everywhere and everything, because there is always something that you can gain if you're willing to look for it, if you're willing to see it. Underneath the deck here we have Ariadne, I think. Untangling. I am patient with myself in the process of exploring the labyrinth of my mind. Wherever you guys are transitioning to is really going to help you explore deeper parts of yourself. Like Six of Swords leads to the Chariot here, and then it leads to Three of Cups, other people that are just like you. So it's like, yeah, there's definitely going to be some a lot more introspection But beyond even just introspection, it's like it's gonna be just a lot more of like you, I guess maybe even like kind of coming into your own or just learning more about yourself in that regard. Let's get some abundance cards here because divine feminine energy literally represents infinity. She represents eternity. So I wanted to look into some abundance messages. Let's see what your spiritual mother has to say about that. Okay, so we have moonlighting, clean energy food, conscious consumer. So conscious consumer says you have the power to heal and help the world with your decision to buy only products and services that are ethical and environmentally friendly. As a conscious consumer, you choose to invest in fair trade and organic goods. You live simply and you purchase only that which you need. So some of you are even on some sort of like maybe you're trying to maybe get more organic, or maybe you're trying to get more into like a minimalist sort of like lifestyle, something like that. Like I said, there's some sort of transition here, and it is going to help you realize the type of lifestyle that you enjoy living. And then we have here clean energy food, and it says when you fuel your body with a healthful organic diet, you increase your energy levels and ability to focus. This automatically leads to more efficiency, better ideas, and a higher vibration, which attracts golden opportunities and beneficial relationships, a lot like this Three of Cups down here. Then we have moonlighting, and it says you can start working on your dream career part-time. You can start working on your dream career part-time while keeping your other job to pay the bills. Soon your dream career will take flight and fully support you. This could be another thing that you guys are transitioning to. So it's either that or there's just different groups in pile 3 where different messages apply to you. But you should know that. That's your job. So this is your intuitive job here to be like, okay, this applies to me and that doesn't. Okay, and then it says here, we have unlimited ideas underneath the deck, and it says your mind is one with God's infinite mind. Therefore, you have complete access to unlimited ideas, guaranteed to bring blessings. All you need to do is take divinely guided action to allow these ideas to come to fruition, like the Six of Swords and the Chariot. This is about just moving, making the right steps and making the right choices and decisions, and you're going to know that they're right because they feel right. They feel right, and they're going to feel... They won't feel familiar. Specifically for you, pile 3, they won't feel familiar. That's how you're going to know that they're really right for you, more so than anything. Because it won't feel like anything that you've already done before. Because you guys are kind of bored with that. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Let's get some strict advice from your spiritual mother. These 2 cards came out. I'm looking for 1. Okay, there we go. So the card that came out for you is Heart Love. Feel and receive warm energy into your heart. Say the words, I love you, and imagine those words going into the back of your heart, just between your shoulder blades, filling yourself up. This is purest act of self-love. Practice love daily. Okay, so she wants you to also practice feeling those higher vibes or those higher frequency emotions more regularly. We do have the Chariot card here, which is ruled by Cancer and the Moon. The Three of Cups is the card of like just turning up, like celebrating, like it's a high vibe, like high vibe card. Kind of like the Sun card a little bit, but it's a very high vibe card for sure. So this may be another reason why you guys are transitioning into this new environment. So you're exposed more regularly to those high vibes and just having a lot of fun all the time. Where like fun is very accessible. Like if you want to go out and have a fun night or have a random adventure, like it's literally right outside your doorstep. And I feel like that's what you guys are transitioning to, whether metaphorically or literally. I'm not sure. It's going to be different for everyone. Let's get another piece of strict advice from your spiritual mother to you. It says here, oh no, we got 2, but oh yeah, we got food. Just like one of these says food. Yeah, one of these cards over here was talking about organic foods, but it says what you eat affects your vibration. Today, pay attention to what you are eating. Eat more fruits and veggies, good, healthy from the earth nutrition. Receive the high vibes from Mother Earth, feel the high vibes from Mother Earth, and give thanks. I'm going to read this card, but I don't believe it's for you. I believe that the food card was for you, but you'll know. It says, no news. Stop listening to the news. The news tends to focus on fearful stories, and fear is a low vibration emotion. Turn off the news for the day or a week. See how it changes your energy. You will hear all the important issues just from talking to other people. Underneath the deck here, we have love sensations, and it says, think about someone or something you love. Feel that love and grow it as big as you can. Then hold that love in your body. What does that love feel like to you? Where do you feel it in your body? Notice the subtle nuances of love. The longer you hold the sensations of love in your body, the longer they stick around. All right, then let's get one final card, one final message from your spiritual mother here. And any of these goddess cards, because I wanted to use multiple goddess oracle decks today, so any of these goddess cards that are speaking to you, it could be because that is the spiritual feminine energy that's around you as well, whether it's your spiritual mother or not. Oh wow, I'm just noticing it says entangling and independence, and we have the Three of Cups. So you guys may even be breaking away from like childhood friends or something like that and making some new friends coming up in here in the future soon, whenever you see this reading, because it's a timeless reading. I just wanted it to come out on Mother's Day. So we have here Hestia, I believe, home. Yeah, so there's a transition with you guys' home for sure, but I'm going to be reading this card out of the book, the empowering message for this card out of the book, just to see what empowering message your spiritual mother wants to give to you today. And then we have Métis, I believe, wisdom underneath the deck. Okay, and the empowering message from Hestia says, being at home in your own skin is what the Greek goddess of the hearth, Hestia, offers you today. When you are in alignment with your truest self, it's like everything you do suddenly fits and feels right. Yeah. It says now is the time to also look into your domestic environment, making sure you're surrounded by beautiful things that have a special positive meaning to you. Yeah, you guys' environment is seeing the biggest change for sure. That's what the spiritual mother is definitely nourishing. She's just kind of confirming it with this message here. It says cleaning, tending house, and taking care of simple things are what is called for now. Chop wood and carry water, as a Zen koan puts it. The answers to the big questions come of their own accord when you are focused on the small tasks. The goddess Hestia reminds you that when you are at home in yourself, you are at home in the world. That's so true. Home can be anywhere when you feel good and comfortable and at home within yourself. But pile 3, this is all that I'm seeing for you guys. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, amazing spirit, and your spiritual mother for coming through and delivering these messages today. Hopefully you all come back to visit sometime soon. And until next time, please stay safe, healthy, blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye, you guys.